and welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA, joined by 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple of guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick?
Yes, sir.
Our fans are enjoying our little PGA Championship recap show.
Are they?
They are. I am looking at our numbers. I'm looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
Our highest number of views per episode is titled "The Rye is Better in Philly," the PGA Championship recap show.
There you go. Maybe we should recap every event.
I guess we're just going to recap every event on a Sunday night instead of all the hard work and labor that we put into trying to get on this during the
Monday
week.
night. That's Monday morning for me. Well, that's a good day.
Yeah, that's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, great after my weekends. That'd be awesome. You get some insight there.
Here's what I'm going to say. While I enjoyed that Sunday night, and I think major championships will probably drive some numbers up, our numbers aren't bad across the board. And by the way, your YouTube short with your Boo Weekly story about Punch an Orangutan Challenge is blowing it off the charts right now.
There we go, see? Good on you, Boo Weekly.
Just mention Boo
sure
Weekly.
And then all the people who Googled it to make sure I wasn't telling lies or it wasn't AI generated. Correct.
Right, there you go.
True story.
So, welcome. You're welcome, YouTube. You're welcome, Google. You're welcome to your AI search engine now. So, yes. Okay. Housekeeping out of the way. Mick, we start the Texas two-step. The guys are back in McKinney, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas, for the CJ Cup Byron Nelson with your guy and our guy, Chris Fortney's guy, Scotty Scheffler, defending his title from last year's throttling of the field. I know this has always been one of your favorite tournaments. You mentioned that during our last episode. So we're
not at this course, though.
Not at this course. You were in Las Colinas, and we're going to get into that. We'll talk about it. The other thing, and what I want to do is kind of get into some of your experiences there, both on the course and off the course.
Ooh, off the course.
To tell some stories.
Off the course.
You're sounding great this morning, by the way.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, mate.
The Champions Tour tees it up in Morocco. Your guy, Cam Percy, currently sits in third.
Yep.
So he's off to a good start. The LPGA ladies are off this week. Mick,
yep.
I'm getting ready for Memorial Day. I've got the grill tuned up. I've got the smoker ready. I've got prime cuts of lots of meat down in the freezer.
Yeah, an American shirt. You got an American shirt on too.
It is. It's a white. It's a gray. It's like a nice little light colored flag shirt. I'm ready. You repping your Cubs. See the red, white, and blue.
1-9 in their last 10 games, going beautifully.
Oh boy. On that note, let's grip it and rip it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen to you coming back. That's going to be a great open coming back out of the out of our little song. By the way, I got to talk to Leo. I got to find out where you ever got that song. I had to deal with YouTube with some copyright things, and I'm like, no, this is copyright free, bro. I got to talk to Leo. Okay. Well, we were cleared. That was the good news.
Okay. So, what song was it?
What's that?
Which song is it?
I don't know. It's just our opening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it has a name even, but
probably not.
I had to show them where I got it, the proof, and since I'm still an Odyssey employee, thank you. I can use it for free without royalties. So, haha.
Bless their hearts.
Bless their little hearts. Okay, let's first start with current, the CJ Cup Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney, Texas. Last year, Scotty, like I said, dominated the field, finishing at a whopping 31 under par to win. Mick, let me ask you this question. I know it's heavy rain there right now. Why these guys absolutely go nuclear here?
Because it's not a hard golf course.
But Mick,
even I can play good at that golf course.
All I've heard over the last week as a preview is how big these new renovated greens are and how wavy. As a matter of fact, I believe there was a this is Tom Weiskopf's greens. Massive. Here's the quote. Massive massive bent grass greens that are flat landing zones eliminate any fear of unpredictable bounces. Yet, very next bullet point, they are undulated and wavy like a potato chip ruffle.
So it makes no sense.
Exactly. Georgia fairways. We know Georgia fairways. We're used to those here in Georgia. East Lake, most notably, has playing those. Mick?
Yep.
I want a caddy's perspective here.
Yep.
What does Scotty have to do this week to go out and win this thing again?
Do what Scotty does. What's he 2 shots off the lead after the first round? He's coasting.
Let me check the stats. I believe he is 3 back.
Yeah, okay. He's coasting.
He's 3 back. He shot his Thursday struggle round was a 66, Mick.
Yeah, that was his Thursday struggle round on a golf course like that. Yeah. This could be one of the weakest PGA fields I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh.
There's only 2 players inside the top 50 that are playing.
Yes.
One of them's ranked 47 in the world. The other one's ranked number 1. And they're going to play because they're Texas people. And apart from that, that is the most horrific PGA Tour field I have ever seen. There are 12 guys playing in this field that don't even have world golf rankings.
See, you have done your research. Don't you dare come on here and say you haven't done your research.
Oh, no, I did a little bit yesterday when I had a chance, when I was hanging out with Dad. 12 players that don't even have world golf rankings. Well, they just get them off the street. Hey, you want to have the game this week? We're short.
Well, okay. In fairness, some of these guys are the ones that won at qualified through Q school.
Yes.
So there hasn't been no offense to the guys that are unranked in the golf world rankings, but let's be honest, the PGA Tour didn't do them many favors with the schedule that they've had out the last.
No, here's your PGA Tour card. Here's your PGA Tour card. Congratulations on getting it. By the way, you can't play.
Oh, by the way, you haven't been able to play since March.
Yeah, you can't play in any of these events, but you're a PGA Tour player.
Yeah, and by the way,
awesome.
Yeah, and by the way, the one off opposite field event is going to be stacked with all the guys that didn't qualify for the signature event that are higher ranked than you, and you're out of luck there too.
Dunsky,
including a guy that hadn't won in over a decade, and he went out and won, Brent Snedeker.
Yep.
Because he's a Ryder Cup, he's a President's Cup captain. Okay, let me ask you this then.
Bit like how Trevor Immelman got his PGA Tour card back in the day.
Ooh, why are you taking shots at such a legendary broadcaster like Trevor Immelman?
Well, I'm just saying because he got picked to play as a captain's pick by Gary Player, which automatically got him a PGA Tour card.
And he made the most of it, at least.
He did. But Trevor Immelman is a wonderful guy. I'm just saying, I think there's a chink in the rules.
You think there's a loophole, as they say here in the States? Yes.
Loophole.
Okay. Obviously, rain playing a little bit of a factor today. Soft greens, there had some rain there this week, so everything is soft.
It rains here every afternoon.
Here's my question, though. They are also predicting that the winds are going to get up. And we know what Texas is like with the winds. Do you think it's going to play a major factor, or do you think it's just a talking point for the folks that jump on TV and are broadcasting?
It's a talking point because there's nothing else to talk about in this field.
That's it, huh? You got nothing.
I've never seen anything like it. I actually had to go through the field like 4 times and go, are you serious? This guy's playing that tournament I thought retired 20 years ago.
And it's funny because as much as you and I make fun of each other for our picks, you and I have also off the record have said that usually our picks are guys that, they're not necessarily at the top of the odds ranking. Now, they may be 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, they're playing good golf. They're coming in. The last time we had this issue was the Zurich Classic, the team event, where Brooks and Shane were the favorites, and they had never played together. And so your pick this week is who?
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler. Guess who my pick is?
Scotty Scheffler.
Brooks Koepka.
Okay, there you go. Well,
it's only for one reason. I had to be different than you.
Oh, you could have picked the same. I wouldn't have cared. This is like a bye week.
Well, it is in some ways, and in fairness, in a couple of weeks when we get to that tournament in that state that I can't stand, the place that you love dearly, my pick probably is going to be world number 1, knowing how well he has played there the last several years. Plus, I have him for the U.S. Open. I don't want to ride that horse too often right now. I do want to give a couple other guys a shot. Looking at this leaderboard, though,
they were the shortest odds I've ever seen for anyone to win a golf tournament. Even when Tiger was in his premium, I've never seen any odds shorter.
Here is, I mean, outside of maybe a Wyndham Clark.
No, there are some good players.
Who isn't playing good golf, though? He's not playing good golf.
I'm not saying these guys aren't great golfers. I'm just saying it's very disappointing for such a tournament, which was a legendary tournament with Byron Nelson's name attached to it, that some of the better players in the world don't go play there. Otherwise, this tournament is going to die a slow death. Why would you want to be a sponsor and this is the product you are providing?
And that's kind of why I wanted you to go there. This tournament originated in 1944 as the Texas Victory Open. Guess who won that tournament?
Lord
Byron Nelson. In 1968, the tournament was named in his honor.
There's a statue for him at the golf course. At the previous course.
I hate that they've attached a corporate partner in front of his name. You don't hear the API.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, Jack is in fairness has always called it the Memorial, but that is usually played right around this weekend coming up, and yet we're playing it in 2 weeks. I look at some of the things that the PGA Tour is doing, and I'm just going, guys, really? And I agree with you. You know, what are we doing? When the most notable bullet point that I was able to pull is fans' favorite hole, number 17, the ranch hole. It's a par 3. Because it's, guess what, Mick? It's a stadium experience. Yeah, what does that remind you of?
Actually, Colonial.
Right.
Good.
Well, that's next week, Colonial.
Great golf course, love it, and that'll be a good field. I just hope the rest of the players in the world are relaxing with their families and having a good time.
So the last thing I want to ask is, and I'm going to ask it this way because this will segue into what I want to talk about next, which is your experience with this tournament. Because you do, outside of this golf course and the current field, you do truly love this tournament. This is one of your favorite tournaments.
When I was at Los Colinas, yes.
Was the locker room experience, the food experience, as good as it is as they claim that it is right now? With the brisket, the Korean barbecue stations, the bibimbap, They actually have some dumplings out there, Mick.
Well, that was obviously pre my days. The food and the setup for the caddies at the tournament was not the greatest.
Oh,
Not going to say it was the worst, but it wasn't the greatest experience that we've had. It was more like a let's have a sandwich kind of day. So we weren't privy to that sort of stuff just yet. But I would take Las Colinas. It used to be played on 2 golf courses.
right.
And I actually had the pleasure of walking up the 18th hole. On the Cottonwood course for the very last time with Trip Eisenhower, and that was the last time that course was ever played.
I was going to ask you who did you carry for at this tournament?
Many times. Trip Eisenhower, Jared Lyle, Greg Owen, Daniel Chopra, many.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
So let me ask you this question, because it was brought up this week. Colt Knost was talking about his experience at it. He played in the group right behind Daniel Chopra.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Colt Knost being out there?
I remember Colt Knost being out there, but I don't remember where he's going with this story.
Well, he was just talking about how great of an experience he had with playing at Las Colinas and being able to be out. I think it was he had earned a sponsor's invite out there. But he had mentioned Chopra, and I started laughing. I'm like, I wonder if Mick was on the bag with Chopra that day, figuring that you had to have been out there because you were out there almost every year, just different players.
Yeah, there was a couple of times with Greg Owen. I probably caddied there 6-7 times at Las Colinas. They used to take care of the caddies. They'd give us, a nice little Las Colinas golf shirt to wear and all that sort of stuff if we wanted to and things like that. Had a great experience with Jared Lyle there, and I can't find the footage. I was trying to find the footage because I thought it might have been a YouTube thing, but it wasn't. He hit a ball, and remember Nick Faldo was doing the commentary. And on 17, which was par 3 down the hill, beautiful hole, little water involved and stuff like that. Well, Jared hit it into a flower bed. Into a garden bed, which was right next to the green, which you couldn't get relief from. So he played it out of the garden bed and hit a great shot. But we uprooted a few plants. So the two of us were repotting the plants there on 17. And there was a great footage of Nick Faldo of watching the two of us make sure the flowers were all good and back in place and stuff like that. So we did some nice gardening work to make sure we put the flowers back where they should have been. He did get up and down for par.
Oh, look at that! And let me get this straight. You helped garden?
Yeah. We had to put the plants back because he took them out with his sand wedge.
With his wedge, I mean.
Yeah. And Nick Faldo was very impressed with our gardening effort, but I couldn't find it on YouTube. I thought that might have made it on YouTube, but it didn't.
I would figure that it's got to be out there somewhere.
Yeah, I might do some later research when I'm sitting at the hospital with Dad for about 5 hours today. I'll probably give me time to do some research.
Get some research. Get some video. We'll send it to you'll send it to me, or I'll send it to Slim, or we'll figure out something. We'll try to get it up, put it as a part of our socials. So let me ask you this: what were some of the most memorable parts of the golf course out there?
I like the Cottonwood course. Cottonwood course was kind of cool. A little bit easier than the other one. First hole had a beautiful, the bunker right in front of the green was in the shape of Texas. So the bunker was in the absolute perfect shape of the state of Texas. Very good. But just the crowds were phenomenal at that event. I mean, phenomenal. It was so many people there, and it was so much fun. I don't know. I haven't looked at it this morning. I don't know what the crowds are like at McKinney, but the crowds there were unbelievable, and there was good fields. It was awesome. Yeah. It was great. And there was a great little bar right across the street, literally walking distance, where you'd go across the street, and the caddies would assemble and talk about our days, talk about how many birdies we made and how many bogeys he made. Which that is the old adage. We made 7 birdies and he made 3 bogeys.
They didn't listen on the shots that made him bogey.
That's what we always said.
I truly believe that. I mean, I think of it from a firsthand experience. Every time I don't listen to you, I make a bogey, which is quite often.
I actually played 9 holes yesterday and didn't listen to myself on many occasions. So.
Oh boy. Oh. Well, I mean, it is sub 40 degrees out there. I mean, you got to give yourself a little bit of. You're not getting as much distance that you get out of that baby fade.
Carried the bag for 9 holes again. I've got the carry bag. I'm just warming up just in case the Australian Tour comes along at the end of the year that I might come out of retirement for a couple of events.
I think you should ping your boy Greg Owen. He's playing some good golf. He might need you back on the bag.
Yeah, it's a little bit too far from home, that one at the moment.
Yeah,
it would be the Australian Open and Australian PGA, maybe something like that. I might come out of retirement for.
Well, your boy, Greg Norman is all about making sure that he's taking care of his Australian neighbors and counterparts there.
Let me tell you one thing. Greg Norman likes to take care of Greg Norman. Let's not get carried away now. A little shout out too, by the way, coming up that Adam Scott will be playing his 100th consecutive major.
So that is in the notes. Congratulations to Adam Scott for qualifying for the U.S. Open in a couple of weeks at Shinnecock. 100, Mick. What a career.
Not bad. He's only the second person to get to 100.
Who was the first?
Jack Nicklaus. And how many did Jack play?
I don't know.
146.
Wow.
See, I did do research.
You are a research machine.
146 consecutive majors he played.
And here I've got stats on Las Colinas, the par 3 17th over water. Decided how many tournaments? Several.
And the 18th. 18th is a hard tee shot. Water all down the left, and then you can hit it too far through the fairway and into the trees, and then you got a really nasty little shot back up towards 18 there. Great finishing hole. Right by the clubhouse.
There's a lot of great things to talk about. Let me ask you this question, though, Mick, because you mentioned the bar. Was this one of the cities that you guys would rent a house, or is this one of those places where you guys found
hotels,
hotel, motel,
hotels?
Did you stay at the fancy let me see what was the name of the resort hotel that blocked all the wind?
No, did not stop at the fancy hotel, but it was a nice walk from the clubhouse down to where the driving range was, and you had to walk past the pool there. That was always a good look.
I would imagine that was a good
it is. Good viewing.
Fantastic viewing. Good sight lines there, huh?
Took that walk a little slower than I normally did for some reason.
I could understand. You enjoy a good pool scene.
Yeah, or, because you would stand in the front of the clubhouse and wait for your player to come out, and then a cart would come and say, "Hey, you want to ride down to the range?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good today. I got to stretch the legs. I think I'll walk today." Stretch it out. Just
get a good warm up in.
Get the neck stretching different directions. It was good.
Okay. Anything else from Las Colinas?
No, I missed Las Colinas. Poor old Byron's got a statue there, and he's just no one ever looks at it anymore. Still right there.
Did you ever get to shake his hand?
No, I did not. No, I did not. Unlike Arnold and Jack.
Yeah. You did. Okay. We turn our attention, last but certainly not least, the Champions Tour in Morocco at the Trophée Hassan course there in northern Africa.
Never been there.
It's a historic royal golf club, Mick, and you know what that means.
It means that means there has been a royal person play there.
A member of royalty has adorned the golf course.
Yes.
Mick, it's played on the famous red course. Are you familiar with this by any chance?
No.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm going to ask him maybe a couple questions, but I'm pretty sure what we're going to do. Miguel Angel Jimenez is the defending champion. He tears this track apart every year. I guess really it's going to be to see if one of these young guys can get it done up there or
young guys. This is the Champions Tour we're talking about, right?
there are some guys that have just turned 50 years old, buddy.
That's
like a
not
Ben
young.
Crane.
That's not young.
And a Zach
That's
Johnson.
Old. That's old, like the rest of us.
Hey, watch it there. Some of us are still sensitive to this.
Young. Younger.
What else is on the docket for you, sir?
Golf-wise?
Yes, golf-wise.
I'll probably go and watch
the podcast, Mick.
I'll probably go and watch the highlights of today's issues. Once again, the PGA Tour started a little early for my liking.
Yeah.
Would have been 1 o'clock in the morning. It would have been it would have been a lot earlier than that. It would have been about 11 o'clock. And I sat and watched a game of football last night. And so now I was in bed I wasn't in bed early, but I was a little bit intoxicated.
I'm going to give you some bad news right now.
Brooks Koepka's no longer leading.
Taylor Moore is tied with Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, he's got a bogey coming in.
3 holes to go.
Yeah, watch him. He'll bogey 17.
You're hoping for 17. Right now, though, Mick, Brooks is if he finishes in the area of where he's at, he will be in the Aon next 10, which means he qualifies for the Memorial. So another player will also get added to that because they will not just take anybody out. They will add players with Brooks going in. So that's something to keep an eye on this weekend as well. So, like I said, we've got grad parties. Mick,
what?
I have to let you know this. Our good friend, John Parla, his son, Caden, who is headed to Jacksonville University next year to play D1 lacrosse, named All-American for lacrosse, and the Roswell Hornets win their 4th straight lacrosse
congratulations,
championship.
Johnny Parla's son. He must get his sporting prowess from his mother because I've seen John attempt sport and he's no good at it.
I agree.
Yes.
Not
one of the most useless golfers I've ever been on the golf course with.
Take that back. He is a fantastic bartender on the golf course.
Yeah. Well, that's doing the Lord's work right there. But when he actually tries to hit the ball, horrible.
Hey, listen, he has swooshed it. Just ask him.
Looks like he's trying to kill a rat in a phone booth.
Oh boy.
Horrific.
Yes, I actually have some grad parties, and like I said, I'm going to get the grills fired up. We're going to have some fun around here. We've got the pools are open. It's 80-plus degrees, almost 90.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
I've got a suntan. I mean,
I've got shorts on.
You always have shorts
in the winter. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I do always wear shorts in the winter. Yes.
I'll be
having a few beers this evening with some friends.
Fantastic. And checking in on Dad.
And definitely checking on Dad. I'll be over there today. I've got to go see his physio and meet with them and find out what the plan is. But it doesn't look like my dad's going to be home for at least 7 or 8 weeks.
Wow. Okay. Well, looks like you're going to have a little bit of
nursing
alone time.
Yeah, a little bit.
By the way, Brooks Koepka, for the 4th time, switch putters. He is now sporting a brand new Scotty Cameron Fastback 1.5.
Yeah, it's probably one of those GSS ones too. One of them fancy Circle T ones that are worth about $8 or $9 grand.
It's probably one that you and I combined cannot afford.
I'll tell you,
unless Titleist wants to step up and Scotty wants to give us a sponsorship, we'll be all upset.
Well, good luck. I did happen to own a couple GSS putts, and Scotty Cameron's there for a little while.
All right. Well, sir,
we'll enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.
We will. I'm planning on getting some rest and relaxation.
I'm looking forward to reading through the 45 messages I got on WhatsApp from the group of friends that I drink with in the US, and there's 45 missed messages there this morning. So that's going to be an interesting read when I get off this.
Well, I would love for you to send me that chat group because I will join in and add more unread messages to that.
Yes, there's many. I woke up to many this morning, and there's a bit of drinking involved going on there today, I believe.
Shocking.
Hard to believe.
Thanks for teeing it up with us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop us a comment, let us know what you think. We do appreciate all the support, both on our YouTube and our social channels, and those watching live on the Twitch. You can find Tales from the Tips wherever you find your favorite podcast. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and now available on iHeart Podcasts. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast, hit the plus button, subscribe, and, of course, enjoy. Mick, we're a great listen to on the golf course. I actually had it out there on Monday for the KSU outing. Dan, DJ, and Michael enjoyed our commentary.
How was the golf course?
You know what? I know you don't like it. It played exceptionally well, and the greens ran true.
Were they soft?
They were soft.
Big pitch marks?
Oh, craters.
Yeah, in the middle of 90-degree weather. Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Yes.
Great.
But it was lush green, and there wasn't. We weren't playing off of dirt.
Well, if you can't grow grass this time of the year in Georgia, you probably shouldn't have a job at a golf course.
Oh, you haven't seen some of the golf courses we've been on recently. You can catch us on all the socials, Mick. Instagram, X, and your favorite?
TikTok. Apparently, yes, I like TikTok.
You like the TikTok?
I do like Mr. TikTok.
And Mick, you can watch you and I live on Twitch, just like Fortney is right now. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
And, of course, you can grab all of our content on YouTube with our shorts and other edited content. Mick, if you get out there, play well, keep your drive straight, knock those putts in, and keep your scores low, buddy. You need to work on that handicap.
You guys enjoy those beautiful golf courses and enjoy your beautiful weather over there as I get ready to embark on getting on a train in shorts, go home.
Enjoy. Thanks for teeing it up with us on Tales from the Tips. We'll see you next time.